Folks, am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Few important instructions, first of all. Thanks for joining, first of all, to all of you. Panelists who joined through your friends, whatever, kindly do not put anything in the chat. I'm telling to all the panelists here. There are two types of categories here. Panelists and attendees. Right? Panelists and attendees. I believe panelists are mostly our batch folks, right, folks? 33 and 34. Sorry, 32 and 33. Yep. Right. So,
Yes, sir.
yeah. So,
Yes, sir.
panelist,
Yes, sir.
kindly don't put anything on chat. No on chat. Not ever. If you have chat list, also don't put anything. Don't raise your hands. Don't do anything in this workshop. Attendees, I believe you do not have much access, not even speaking access. During the session or post session, if you raise your hands, I'll give access to talk. Okay, since it's going to be a webinar. Okay, so attendees, please raise your hand, not immediately, when I give some time. Okay, panelists, don't put anything on chat. Kindly do not raise hands. Please, okay? Please, do not raise anything on hands. Don't put anything. Our panelist means our batch folks. You have access to put on chat and everything. You must cooperate today. 32 and 33 folks who joined through your friends as a panelist, kindly consider, don't put anything on chat. 32, 33 will hear what I say, I believe. But who joined through your friends things, kindly do not put anything in the chat. Okay? And don't raise your hands. Attendees, if you have any questions going forward, I'll give access for you to definitely to talk and interact with me going forward. Right? So that helps. Yeah. Now,
Yes, sir.
yeah. Okay. I believe there are three batches, folks. All right. 32 and 33 folks are staying as panelists here. I believe 32 and 33 folks are in the panelist batch. 34 and workshop groups are. 34 and workshop groups are as attendees. Now my request, this is what. Nirmala Devi, 32, 33 folks, you have to cooperate with me. You know about that, the culture. If any interruption happens, I'll remove you directly, no matter what. Okay, I don't have access to talk right now, so I have to straight away remove you, panelist folks. 32 and 33 folks. I'm talking about panelist. Attendees, 34 groups and workshop groups. I need all of you to put your WhatsApp groups as joined. Just put it as joined in the workshop group. WhatsApp. I need nobody to put in WhatsApp groups. Nagaraja, I'm removing you. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Nobody, kindly do not put anything in the chat. If anything comes in the chat, panelist folks, kindly ignore it. People will keep talking. Kindly ignore that. Kindly do not watch the chats. Clear? Panelist folks? Yeah. Do not check on the chats.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
Because
sir.
you keep interrupting. I don't have access to remove the chat access. So kindly consider. Now, attendees, hope I have, yeah, we have been giving a follow-ups on the regarding the workshop. Okay. Thanks for joining, first of all. Yeah, really thanks for joining. So I have 33 batch folks here, 32 batch folks here, as well as 34 batch sitting in the attendees list. Okay. Now, I'll be in interaction with 32 folks, all right, and 33 folks, because this is a very general session for 32, all right. So it's a very common session for 32. So that's the reason we have, I have made this as a workshop, but it's a very general session for 32 folks, okay. So you can learn it as much as you can. And most important, recording cannot be provided, okay. Kindly do not, hey, I leave it. I can leave it anytime, nothing like that. We'll be providing to the recordings only to the folks who has joined and who will be continuing with the session. Meanwhile, all of you, please put as joined in the WhatsApp groups. All right. Fine. Let's get started. Okay. Let's get started. So 33 folks. Can I have a yes? 33 folks. Join.
Yes, I.
Yes, I.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I.
32 folks. 32.
We have joined.
Yes.
Yes,
Perfect. Yeah. Let's get started. Yeah. So my first question, folks, agenda for today's session. And let me write the agenda for today's session. Right? Streaming intro will be. Don't raise your hands. Don't raise your hands. I don't want anyone to raise your hands, please. I don't want anyone to raise your hands. All right. Okay. Let's go, folks. Panelists, if anyone raise your hands, if anyone put in the chat, please ignore. Kindly, people keep doing it. Kindly, don't worry about it. You just concentrate on the session. All right. Now, yeah. Now, I know, Avinash. I know. Thanks for your suggestion. Okay. Yeah. Now, going with the streaming intro, let's write the agenda for today's session. Let's go ahead with the streaming intro first and small execution on streaming. All right. Then we are going to start. First of all, we are going to start streaming evolution. Then we go with hands-on execution. First one is a very minor execution, but the below one is a complete hands-on execution. All right. That we'll see. Right. All of you can able to hear me, right? Am I audible to everyone? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Fine. Okay. Now let me ask you one basic question, one very common question. Okay. Now, how many of you here streaming is something very new for you? Yes, I am completely new for streaming. How many of you here? Anyone here? Streaming.
Yeah, I am new.
Yes.
I'm my plus.
Sai, I doesn't know what is streaming, Sai. I'm completely new.
Yes. I don't know what is that.
Sorry, am I audible?
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
audible.
Yeah. My question.
Sai.
First, folks, let this be a great learning session. First of all, you must cooperate in all possible ways. I'm telling this to panelists as well as attendees. Okay. Let's get started. How many of you completely new to the something known as streaming, data streaming? How many of you completely new for the data streaming here?
Me, sir.
There are certain number of folks who are having kind of a new for the streaming area, right? All of you? Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Now,
Yes, sir.
yeah. So I never seen streaming. Yeah, streaming is video stream. I'm not talking about the video streaming, folks. I understand. I'm not talking about the video streaming. I'm specifically pointing towards. I'm completely new to streaming. 0% knowledge in streaming. How many of you here? Can I have yes? 32, 33.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Let me just clarify that, folks. First of all, maybe streaming is something we have been getting used to in the recent times. After saying, "Hey, Netflix has come out," we are just considering streaming as just a. We are just considering streaming as just as a video streaming. No. First of all, I would like to tell you, we live in streaming world, folks. We live in streaming world. I know previous workshop folks should have known by this already. We live in streaming world. From the minute we wake up till the minute we sleep, we completely lives on a streaming world. Okay. But what is actually streaming world? Am I really living in the streaming world? Am I really living in the streaming world? So what is actually a streaming mean? Folks, completely without streaming, we cannot live. We cannot live today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow without streaming. But what is actually a streaming mean? All right. What is actually a streaming mean? Nothing but immediate. Immediate. What is actually an immediate mean? Okay. Folks, as a human, as an expectation, I required immediate data. I required live data. I run towards live data. I cannot wait. Okay. I cannot wait for live data. But what is actually I cannot wait? Okay. You tell me, all of you here, 32 and 33. Do we prefer live match or a highlights? Which is your preference? What is your preference?
Live match.
We require live match. Correct, all of you? Agreed?
Yes.
Yes. We require live match. And secondly, if your friends text you in WhatsApp, you want that message to be immediately delivered.
ঠিক
Is that
আছে
no?
আজকে দুটো জিনিস তো হয়ে যাবে মাসে হাঁড়িটা দিলে
1 second, let me remove R3. Yeah. Okay.
Sorry to interrupt. We can't see your screen.
Okay.
Yes,
That's what.
Okay.
No, we can see you.
Okay. Now my question is, as I was telling you, we live in streaming world. We require things to be very immediate. You tell me, is it not? We require a live match, immediate delivery to us. Yes or no, folks? Everyone agree my point?
Yes, sir.
That's the first thing. Secondly, if your friends text you in WhatsApp, you need that message to be delivered immediately to you. Yes or no? Agree?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
When next furthermore, okay, we right now sitting on Zoom meeting. If I deliver something to you, that has to be immediately delivered to you. Correct? If you reply back to me, that has to be immediately delivered to me also.
Yes, sir.
Right? So ultimately, we live in a kind of a immediate on data. We live in streaming world. Predominantly, let me put it that way. Predominantly, okay. Let's take some of the example. How my life is immediate. How my life is changed as immediate. My life is completely immediate. Okay. My life is completely immediate. What is actually immediate me? Okay. Let me put it this way. Let me put it this way. Okay. Let's see. Analyze your life also. You'll see that how immediate, how instantaneous our life is. See, I need immediate live match. Agreed, all of you? This point? Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes.
I need immediate
Yes,
live match. I need immediate text from friend. Immediate text from friend. When he texts, I want to
Watch it.
I want to see that. Getting it, all of you? I want to experience that immediately. Secondly, if by single click of a button, right, all of you, I want to watch movie. I need to watch movie immediately from Netflix. Are you everyone agree my point? Are you waiting for that for the download later?
No.
You tell me.
No.
We're not waiting. We're not waiting, right? And with respect to Zoom meeting, I need live sessions. What if I say, hey, I'll give you the recording. This is not live, but what do you prefer, live or recording? What do you prefer?
Live.
Obviously live. That's not live. If an event is occurring, we need that to experience immediately. That's how we expect today. Today, in this current technology, we expect to experience that particular image, that particular event very soon. Because one particular statement, data loses its value on time. What very, very important statement, folks. Data loses its value on time. You tell me, you want to see the cricket match immediately. After 2 minutes, the data is already lost the value, right? Everyone agree my point?
Yes,
After
yes.
2 minutes, in all the forums you get. You'll get the storyboard everywhere. Right? That's how we have been getting used to actually. Secondly, we don't like highlights. Highlights is a batch data. It's not a streaming data. It's not immediate data. At a point of time, a cricket match is happening. That definitely has to be delivered to your mobile immediately. Agreed my point, all of you? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah. That data must be immediately should be delivered to you. Secondly, and one more thing. Once upon a time, we used to have a video games. Right now, we run on PUBG games. PUBG is a group game, right? All of you agreed, all of you? Your
Yes.
friend will also be there in the same game. If he turns left, you will see that immediately coming to your phone. Yes or no, folks? Agreed?
Yes.
Yes.
We see that. Once upon a time, we do not have bus tracking or train tracking. Correct? Right now, we got bus tracking or train tracking. What is the reason? They are very clear. Businesses people are very clear. People want to experience that very immediately. Again, across all the examples, people run behind streaming data. What is streaming? Streaming is nothing but immediate data. Immediate data. What is known as that immediate data is, if any of the event is occurring, we have to get delivered immediately. Okay, that's what we call it as streaming. Streaming is nothing but experience that event immediately, soon, instantaneous. Got the point, all of you? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Let me write just a kind of a. Just see this book. Differences before and today. Just write a kind of a differentiations. Okay. Once upon a time, concentrate here, folks. Once upon a time, we used to have radio cricket match. Correct? All of you?
Yes. Yes.
But right now, what happened? Hotstar is giving on a streaming information. Correct? Streaming
Correct.
match.
Yes,
Today we are in that situation. Okay. Once upon a time, we used to download the movie using torrents or download the movie using Google. Download the movie. But what happened today? What is moving today? Prime Video or Netflix?
Prime Video.
Netflix.
It's not a streaming. They are getting used to the instantaneous life, immediate life, faster life. Agreed?
Yes.
Once upon a time, we do not have a best message. Once upon a time, we used to have text messages. I put a text message that delivers to you. You put a text message, it delivers to me. That day. What happened today? We got WhatsApp.
WhatsApp.
Is it not my life is becoming instantaneous, immediate?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Once upon a time, we used to go to the bank to get money. Later on, we got ATMs.
ATM.
Later on, we got ATMs.
Online transactions.
Online, no. I want to get money. I used to go fill up the form and everything. Later on, the data has become instantaneous. Data is coming in the streaming fashion. Once upon a time, I have to download songs. What happened today? We got Spotify, Wink Music, and everything. YouTube, Spotify, Wink Music. Yes or no, folks? Yes?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. This is also another one. Once upon a time, I do not have no tracking. But what happened? Today, we got GPS to give the stream data. Right? If your friend is traveling with you, if your family member is coming to your house, what will you say? Hey, can you send me your current location? Live location. Or do not we request the live location to send it in WhatsApp to see where they are coming from? Yeah?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Again,
Yes.
streaming. Again, live data. Again, immediate data. You want to experience that particular event right now. That's how my life is getting changed, folks. That's how my life is getting changed. Yes or no? All of you getting my point? Where are we right now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's how my life is getting changed. So, first of all, today's never ever say that you doesn't know what is streaming. Streaming is not just video streaming. Try to understand that. Streaming is not just video streaming. Streaming is everything. Immediate. That's it. Right now, I'm experiencing that.
Live data.
Just the live data. Very simple. It's going to be just the live data. Before I used to have games. Later on, because of internet, we got interactive games. Yes or no, folks? Best example, interactive games. Interactive games. So that data gets streamed. That is, once upon a time, we used to submit a ticket for the customer service. But right now, we got a customer service online as a streaming. Customer service, no, what is it all about? That is how I'm expecting my life to be instantaneous. I am not ready to wait. I'm not ready to wait. Right? This is what a streaming data. I'll tell you a best example of streaming data. I'll just show you folks, as a best example, I'll just show you an example. Real-time streaming text. You want to experience that? I believe the previous workshop folks know that already. Right? Shall we experience the streaming for a minute as a small execution? All of you?
Yes.
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 Very small example. Have a check. This is a kind of a user data, right? All of you, can you see a box here? Can you see a
Yes.
box here?
Yes.
Now, if I type anything in this box, okay, if I type anything in this box, check here. As a part of streaming, I'm just pushing a lot of data to this particular box, right? If you see, that data is getting delivered to my WhatsApp. Can you see that, all of you, basically?
Yes.
Right? See, I will type it as Zayabron. If I type save, you'll see that processing happens at the back end, and finally that Zayabron will come up in the chat. Is it not immediate data, instantaneous data, all of you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Type anything. Type Sai Aditya, Zayabron, analytics. Within short period of time, that keep delivering to your WhatsApp at the left. Is it not a streaming data, all of you?
Yes, it is.
It's a small execution. It's a very small execution that if I type anything here, you'll see the data is coming up on the left side. See that in the WhatsApp chat at the left. Data keeps delivering, okay? Maybe some delay with the setup what I have, but data keeps delivering at the left. Yes or no, folks?
Yes.
Is it not a streaming data? Yeah?
Yes, I.
Yes.
Yes, sir, it is.
Right now we are in the streaming data. Right? You want to give a try, all of you? Push your data. Want to give it a try?
Yes, sir.
Folks, push a small data, okay? Just push. For example, just push your name. Just push your name. Don't give anything else. Don't lock text, nothing. Just push your name. I'm giving this link. Please push it in this. I'm giving it a Zoom chat. Please push small data, okay? I just provided to host and panelist, okay? And also providing to the attendees also. Now, please push it. I have to stop it with the setup what I have. I may face some issues, but I'll solve that if you face any issues. Can you see your names is coming? Your names are coming up, all of you, as a streaming fashion.
Yes.
Yes or no, folks?
Yes.
Names are streaming here.
Right.
Simple. Can you see your names coming up as a streaming?
Yes, I.
Yeah.
Yes, I.
You'll see your names coming up as a streaming fashion to the WhatsApp. So this is nothing but a real-time text streaming. An event is occurring. You pushing the data, you see data coming up at the end. You push the data, you see the data is coming up at the other end as a streaming fashion immediately. Maybe 3-4 seconds delay, but the data gets delivered. Data gets delivered. I believe attendee is also pushing the data, but you see data is getting delivered. And folks, trust me, today we are in a situation. Okay. I'm stopping that, folks. Thank you. I'm stopping that. Okay. Now we are in a kind of a situation, folks. Data got delivered. Okay. Stop. Hope you enjoyed this execution. Very small execution. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
I.
Now, folks, you tell me. Once upon a time, hey, first question, any kind of a question, any kind of application, any kind of work you do, I'll post a question. Is it possible immediately? Is it possible so soon? As a human, are we ready to wait? All of you? We are not ready to wait. Correct? That's the reason my life has been designed in such a way. Before, it doesn't used to be a streaming, but today I got used to the streaming world. Understood, all of you? Pakka? Yeah?
Yes.
But where it is all started. See, my life is completely ruined with streaming today. My life is completely ruined with streaming today. 100%. Okay. Without streaming, I cannot live. I'm not ready to go back and put mails. I want immediate WhatsApp message. Right? I don't want a recorded sessions. I don't want yesterday's session. I want a live session. I want to interact with you. If I want to interact with you, I need streaming area. 100%. If you book any of the food in Swiggy or Zomato, are we not keep checking where is the driver is, where is the delivery partner is? Are we not keep checking that particular area, all of you? Hey, how many minutes it will take? Yes or no? Obviously,
Yes,
right?
Yes.
We keep checking that. Hey, how many minutes my Uber cab will deliver? How many minutes my Ola cab will deliver? Imagine, once you book a Uber cab, the request will go to driver will accept it, and driver starts moving to your location. 5 minutes left, 4 minutes left, 3 minutes, 2 minutes. We keep checking that. because we need the data. We need that streaming data. We need that immediate data to be experienced. An event is occurring when the cab moves. I need to definitely experience it. As I was telling you, once upon a time we used to download the movies, but right now Amazon Prime Video, Netflix, correct, whatever we have, all the OTT platforms is providing the best streaming platforms. You'd sit back and relax. You don't want to, you not necessary to download, just click a button, I'll stream the data. That's how streaming ruined our life, folks. Imagine how streaming ruined our life. And maps, imagine you use a Google Maps. You use a Google Maps. You straight forward, that pointer will be going straight. If you take left, that point takes left. If you turn right, that point turns right. Is it not immediate data? Is it not instantaneous data? Is it not a streaming data? All of you agree?
Yes, it is. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Obviously.
I.
Obviously. YouTube Live. People click on YouTube Live. Facebook. Once upon a time in Facebook, there is no live. Right now, we got Facebook Live. Once upon a time in YouTube, we do not have YouTube Live. Right now, we got YouTube Live. So we run on live. Live is nothing but streaming. Streaming is nothing but immediate. From the minute I wake up in the morning, from the minute I sleep, it's a streaming life. Completely streaming life. Never ever say you doesn't know what is streaming. Understood, all of you? Yeah?
Yes.
Simple.
Yes, I.
But where the streaming got started? See, once upon a time, okay, who are 30 plus or 40 years right now? Imagine when you born in 1980s or 1990s, do we have a streaming capabilities? Do we have a streaming fashion? Do we have all this application? No. Is it not in the recent 15 years we got the streaming platforms? Last 15 years? Yeah.
Yes,
That
sir.
too in the last 5 years.
Yes, sir.
Streaming has become extremely popular. Folks, I'm telling you, trillion dollar business happens on streaming applications today. $1 billion streaming applications happens today. Because organizations, if an organization can able to deliver a streaming platform, if an organization can able to deliver a streaming platform, they can make $1 trillion business. They can make it. Why Ola is the biggest successful today? Why Uber is successful today? Why Swiggy or Zomato is successful today? Why Prime, Netflix is successful today? Just because that's a streaming platform. Why WhatsApp is popular today? Streaming platform. So many large organizations, if they want to make $1 trillion business, the only way to become rich, the only way to make their business successful is only the streaming platform. Everyone agree my point now?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
That's the reason any technology you take, any cloud platforms you take, any kind of applications you take, they try to deliver as a business. If WhatsApp delivers that message late for you, for example, your friends text a message and that message delivers very late for you, will you use the WhatsApp again? After half an hour it got delivered. Will you like it? No.
No.
You're using Google Maps. You turn left. After half an hour that turns left. Will you use it? No.
No.
Not use it. Swiggy is not ready to provide you the driver information in a streaming fashion. Will not use it. As a person, I not use it because I am expecting an instantaneous data. Streaming spoiled my life. But I don't have any other option. That was my expectations. That's how streaming spoiled my life today. But where it got started? Hey, where the streaming got started? When streaming started first? Any guesses? 33 or 32 folks? You know when the streaming started first? Any guesses? 32 or 33 folks?
Early 2000.
Okay. 2000.
1980s.
1980s. Okay.
1990s.
Yeah, the
1990s.
reign of radio.
When internet
1990s. 1980s, 1970s, 1960s. The first
1970.
the first streaming platform launched in the year of 1920. You got the point, all of you. When the streaming launched? 1920.
20.
I'll tell you what is the first streaming platform. I'll tell you what is it. What is the first streaming platform launched in 1920s? There is a person known as George O. Square. There is a person known as George O. Square, right? He tried to give live music through just kind of a nets, fiber nets. You got the point, all of you? Through the telephone signals, I can say. That's a better option. Through telephone signals. You got the point, all of you, when it got started? Which year the streaming got started first? 1920.
20.
Who is the founder of that? George O. Square. He tried giving the live music through telephone signals. Through telephone signals, he tried to provide live music to the audience. But imagine, do George O. Square can reach Indian customers? You tell me. Is it possible?
No.
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 George O. Square cannot provide live music for Indians. Not possible. Remotely not possible. He cannot provide through the remote fashion. Agreed, all of you? Everyone? Yeah?
Yes.
He cannot provide. Folks, leave about George O. Square. You remember, let's take large organization. As I told you already, very large organizations wants to do $1 billion business by providing a streaming platforms. You know what? From last 150 years, many big organizations tried to provide a streaming applications, but they failed at many cases. They failed at many cases. They could not able to provide a live platforms, streaming platforms. Okay, I tell you the reason. Everyone aware of AT&T, companies known as AT&T companies? You
Yes,
remember?
I.
Yeah.
Yes.
We know Tata Group.
Yes.
Yes.
We know Microsoft.
Yes, I.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Folks,
Yes.
AT&T do exist from past 150 years. Tata Group do exist from past 170 years. From 1800s itself. AT&T used to be as a Belt South company. All right. AT&T was the first company tried to provide a streaming meeting in 1950s itself. By 1950s, AT&T tried providing an online kind of a streaming meeting. But in 1950s, it tried, but it failed. Okay. It cannot able to reach to the customers. It cannot able to reach to the customers because we do not have a proper platform to reach the customers across the globe. Am I making you clear, all of you?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Tata Group, Jamshedji Tata. I'm talking about the very biggest folks, very biggest I'm talking about. Jamshedji Tata launched Tata in 1850. But he could not able to reach Indian customers itself. He tried launching many large streaming platforms to make people to understand the business well. But even Tata Group failed. Right? Microsoft was launched in 1973. 1973. Yeah, it was a great invention. Windows was a very great invention. Operating system was a very great invention. But even Bill Gates failed in reaching out the customers remotely. To a certain extent, they can able to reach the customers. To a certain extent, they can able to develop their streaming platforms. But all the large organizations who want to provide a streaming platforms to the market or the people literally used to fail. What could be a main possible reason, all of you? Why they could not able to reach to the customers those days in the 1950s and all? What could be a possible reason? Tell me.
Internet.
Obviously. Do you have internet in 1950s? You tell me.
No.
No. We do not have something known as internet in 1950s. Nobody expected also. Nobody expected, hey, I can reach one person per one. See, right now we got used to it. We doesn't know the roots where it got started. But internet was the biggest gap where people could not reach to their customers. Am I making you clear, all of you?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yes.
By 1983, Jan 1st, there was a launch in internet. Am I making you clear, all of you? When the internet launched? 1983. Then our large organizations, not just Tata Group, not AT&T, not just Microsoft, many large organizations got a hope they can able to reach the customers remotely, streamingly. Secondly, they can develop their own streaming platforms. They can develop their own streaming platforms. All the large organizations got a very greatest hope they can do $1 billion business. Those days, $1 million or $1 billion. Internet was a great surprise for large organizations to create a platforms. See, do you think we do not have engineers those days? Do you think we do not have a kind of a scope those days? We do have it. But the problem is we do not have a proper platform. We do not have a proper technology developed already. So that's the reason. That's the reason, folks. We got internet as a surprise to the market. Got it, all of you? Which became surprise to the market? Tell me.
Internet.
Internet has become a surprise to the market by 1983. It provided hope to all business people. Hope for all business people. Hey, reaching customers is possible. Reaching customers is possible. At the same time, streaming applications can be built. Yes or no, folks? Agreed my point? Yeah? You tell me,
Yes, I.
is it not all the streaming applications happens through internet today? Today, WhatsApp through internet, Facebook through internet, YouTube through internet, Netflix through internet, Prime Video through internet. Without internet, it is not possible. Agreed or not?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So 1983, it gave a hope for large organization stating that it can able to reach to the customer remotely. It can able to reach and develop the streaming applications through internet. It was a big hope. It was a big breakthrough. People started running behind internet. There was a special interview by Bill Gates. Go and check about internet. People laughed at him. In that interview itself, people laughed at him. When Bill Gates was talking about internet is going to be the future to develop many applications. Go and check in the YouTube. It was a very old video. People laughed at him. He provided the design. See, I can reach to the customers remotely. I can deliver my product remotely. I can able to talk to my customers remotely. Internet can be the future. People laughed at him. There was very old interview. Check in YouTube. Bill Gates about internet. But right now, streaming ruined us through internet. Making everything possible. Making everything possible. Streaming ruined us. Now, so when was the internet launched? Tell me, when was the internet launched? Tell me. 1983.
83.
But when organizations started building their streaming applications, all right, when organizations started building their streaming application, there was a big threat. I know there were other last batch folks should be aware of it, last workshop folks. There was a big threat. Especially one thing stopped to emerge streaming very slowly. You tell me, internet was launched in 1983. Internet was launched in 1983. But is it not streaming platforms got popular in the last 15 years? Yes or no?
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
See,
Yes, sir.
after 2005, we got the streaming applications on market. Lot many streaming applications. Lot many. But is it not the internet launched in 1983? The streaming platforms came very late to the market. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Do you think none of the trails has been made by the organizations? See, I was very clear on this point. Organizations wants to do $1 billion business by providing a streaming applications. But internet was launched in 1983, but streaming platforms came after 2000. What was the biggest threat which made streaming platform to emerge very late? Very, very delayed. Folks, concentrate. I was telling you, 1983, the internet got launched. But after 2000, after 17 years, we got a proper streaming platforms. Something stopped streaming. Something stopped organizations. Something has become a very big problem for the organizations. What was it? You know that already. Few of the previous folks. What should have stopped streaming? What should have stopped streaming to emerge early?
Data loss.
What was it, folks? Yes, correct. What is it?
Data
Data
loss.
loss.
Exactly.
Data.
Exactly. Data loss was the biggest threat for organizations when they deliver streaming platforms.
Data loss.
Data loss. Folks, you tell me, for example, you're watching Hotstar match today. You're watching Hotstar match today, right? You're watching Hotstar match today. 1 hour got delivered, and second hour is not telecasting for you. Data is lost. Third hour is getting delivered to you. Is it not you get pissed away? Basically. Obviously, right? Everyone agree my point? Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Your friend sends 4 text messages, only 2 text messages received to your WhatsApp. Is it not again the data loss? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Will you use that application again if you face the data loss?
No.
No.
No way. No way.
See, streaming has the greatest threat not to lose the data. If a Uber cab is coming for you, if you get 10 minutes left, suddenly if you get 2 minutes left, is it not again a loss of data when you do streaming? When I talk right now, some portion of speech missed. It is not getting delivered to you in Zoom meeting now. Will you not again get pissed off?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So, first of all, streaming required no data loss. Streaming has got a very big threat of data loss. Yeah, organizations are ready to make billion-dollar business on launching streaming applications. They want to launch it. See, everyone wants to be greedy. Everyone wants to launch a business. Everyone wants to go into streaming. But organizations could not launch for 20 years. Imagine 20 years. 20 years is a huge. People could not launch streaming applications. The main reason, data loss. Understood the threat here, all of you?
Yes.
Yeah. Very simple threat. I should not experience a data loss when I use streaming application. Then there is no meaning of streaming. I want to experience all the events. Every event should be delivered. For example, what is event? Okay. I believe you got the example last workshop. I'll tell you what is actually data loss mean. I'll tell you how that works. What is data loss in streaming? In a very layman terms, I'll tell you. What is actually a data loss in streaming? In a very layman terms, I'll tell you. Okay. Last workshop, folks, you know that already. Just reiterate you. What is data loss in streaming? All of you ready to watch what is data loss in streaming?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
What is data loss in streaming? In a very basic fashion. Okay. In a very layman understanding, let me explain you what is data loss in streaming. Simple. Okay. Imagine, concentrate here, folks. Concentrate. Check. This is your friend's mobile. Check here. This is your friend's mobile. Okay. Your friend tells you hi. Got the clearance, all of you? So far clear?
Yes.
Your friend sends hi for you. Now what it will do? There would be some ingestion tools which takes, this is an ingestion tool. Ingestion tool. There is an ingestion tool which pick up this hi. This particular hi will be picked up by this ingestion tool. Then it will send to the processing engine. What is a process? Why we require process? You tell me, do that hi to be delivered exactly to you or others? Where this hi should be delivered? It has to be delivered to your phone only. Yes or no? Agreed or not?
Yes.
Your
Yes, sir.
friend sends a hi. That ingestion tool picks that hi. That will send to the processing. Logical processing should be there because there should be a logic behind it. Definitely there should be a logic. Then only you will get your message. Hi. Yes or no? Agreed all of you?
ఇప్పుడు ఇంజెక్షన్ చెప్పాడు కదా
One second.
ఇంజెక్షన్ టూల్స్
Simadri, leave the meeting. Simadri, leave the meeting. Removing you, sorry. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Now, check here. Okay. Now, your friend sends a hi. That hi gets ingestion tool picks that event first. It will send to the processing next. Then it delivers to you. Yes or no, folks? If a hi has to get delivered to you, there will be a logical reason behind. Yes or no, folks? Agree? Basically. Everyone
Yes.
agree my point?
Yes.
Yeah. So processor is very important. See, if your friend sends a hi for you, that has to be delivered only to you. It should not deliver to other person. That's a logic. Now, what is the greatest threat in data loss in streaming? I'll tell you. Concentrate here, folks. Concentrate here. This is a very simple logic. Your friend sends hi. Ingestion tool picks that event. It will send to the processing, applies logically, and that gets delivered to you. It's a very common streaming platform. But what is the greatest threat here with respect to here is, check here, concentrate. I'll go bit in a very layman fashion. Okay, I'll go in a very layman fashion. Please check here. Okay, check here. Now, what is actually the data loss? Let me explain you. Now, your friend sends hi. Folks, check. Check. Your friend sends hi to you. First, that hi will be picked up by which tool? Which tool picks that hi first, event first? Tell me. Ingestion tool. Immediately, that hi will be thrown to the processing. Yes or no, folks?
Yes, sir.
Yes. And that hi will be delivered to you finally. Agreed, all of you? So far, good? All good?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So far, it is good. Now, secondly, your friend sends, how are you? Imagine your friend sends, how are you? The next message, next event is happening. Next event is happening. That how are you will be taken by the same ingestion tool. The same how are you will reach to the processing engine. The same how are you will reach out to the you also. So far also good. Good one. Is there any data loss here? Any data loss? No data loss. The next one is your friend sends good morning. Okay. That good morning will be taken care by ingestion tool. Ingestion tool takes that event and then sends that ingestion, send that to good morning. When the logic is getting performed, imagine, when the logic is getting performed, all right, suddenly next event is coming up. Suddenly the next event is coming up. For example, what are you doing? When processing engine is about to send this to message here, suddenly the next event comes up. Suddenly, processing engine, you'll not receive it. Processing engine is very busy to deliver that to the customer, to the you. In other words, I'll tell you, imagine very layman terms, in a very layman terms, I'll tell you. Okay. Imagine there are a set of balls. Imagine there are a set of balls. Folks, this is a very layman. I'm talking about streaming in a very layman. Okay. Imagine you have a set of balls here. Okay. Now, I make Bala to stand here. Check. Okay. I make Bala to stand here. And I'm standing here. Check. In a very layman understanding, I'm telling you. Not in a technology fashion. In a very layman understanding. Bala is standing here. Sai is standing here. Check. All of you ready to see this? In a very layman terms? Yeah?
Yes.
Ready? All of you ready? Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? Yeah. Now check. Bala got the first ball. Imagine. He received the first ball. That ball is sent to Sai. Now Sai has a work to cut that ball into half, and send it outside. What is Bala's responsibility? To throw the ball. What is Sai's responsibility? To cut it into send it. Agree my point, all of you?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bala's work is to pick the ball, throw it to Sai. Sai's work is to catch that ball, take it into half, send it outside. Processing. This is processing. Bala picks the second ball. Imagine Bala picks the second ball. That ball also reaches to Sai. Sai picks the next ball, take it into half, send it out. Now, Bala throws the third ball. Sai receives that ball. When Sai was cutting the ball, he didn't cut it completely. When Sai is busy, Bala throws the fourth ball. You tell me, do Sai is ready to catch the ball or it is busy in cutting the previous ball? Tell me.
Busy.
He is busy.
Cutting the
It is
previous
busy.
ball.
Exactly. Check
On
the threat.
cutting.
Folks, what is the greatest threat that large organization used to face? I'm telling in very layman terms. Bala throws the first ball, Sai catch it, take it into half, send it out. Bala catches the second ball, Sai catches it, take it into half, send it out. Bala throws the third ball, Sai received it. When he was cutting that ball, Bala throws the fourth ball. Sai is very busy. He's not ready to catch it. due to which this ball is lost. Can you consider this ball is lost? All of
Yeah.
you?
Yes.
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 Simple, folks. Bala's work is to just to throw the ball. He'll not bother about whether it got delivered. Sai's work is to just to catch the ball, make it into half, send it outside. Right? Send it outside. So make it into half, and sending outside is a Bala's work. Sorry, Sai's work. Now, what is the greatest threat is? What is the greatest threat is? When the ingestion tool throws the ball, when the ingestion tool throws the ball, when the processor is busy, it cannot catch the events. You got the point, all of you? The greatest threat here. Yeah.
Yes.
Bala is an ingestion tool here. He catches the event. He catches that particular event which appears and he throws to Sai. Sai applies a logic on top of it, cutting into half and send it outside. When Sai is busy, when the processor is busy, if Bala throws the next ball, Sai is not there to catch that ball, due to which data loss appeared. You got the point, all of you? Where it went fail, all of you? Yeah?
Yes, Sai. Yes.
When the processor is busy, in the logic application, when an ingestion tool throws an event, processor cannot catch that event, due to which we face the data loss. This particular attempt made the streaming applications really late to emerge. You got the understanding what is data loss here, all of you? Yeah? All of you? 32 and 33 folks, batch folks? Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Sai.
Yes, Sai.
Data loss was the greatest threat for streaming. See, why, as a businessman, while I lose the money, I want to launch a streaming application and I want to do a business. But data loss become a greatest threat, especially when the events are thrown continuously. When the events are happening continuously, folks. When the events are happening continuously, right? Continuous throw the balls. We should be very careful in handling that event. But during those days, it failed. It took a lot of time for the streaming application to emerge because data loss is the greatest threat. Now, very large organizations want to launch a streaming application, but it is getting delayed because of data loss. They're expecting any help that would get. Is there any person to help me to tackle the data loss in streaming? Concentrate here, folks. Data loss is a great threat. It is a known issue. Data loss was a great threat. It's a known issue, right? But what happened during that case, right? Now, they're expecting a help. For example, in a very layman, Microsoft was expecting a help. Tata was expecting a help. AT&T was expecting a help to launch a streaming application. Got the point, all of you? Yeah? Is there a way that I can tackle data loss sharply by 1993? Sharply by 1993. Folks, concentrate, okay? Sharply by 1993, one person came forward. One person came forward and told, I have a solution for data loss. You got the point, all of you? Got the point? Yeah?
Yes, Sai.
Yes.
I have a solution, data loss in streaming. Folks, he is a breakthrough. This guy is a breakthrough. Because of this guy, we are ruined with streaming today. Trust me. This 1993, this guy gave a hope for many of the big organizations. Streaming is possible without data loss. 1993, this guy is talking. Hey, I have a solution. Hey, AT&T, I have a solution. Hey, Tata Group, I have a solution. Hey, Microsoft, I have a solution. I have a solution. I found one solution. Okay. People asked him, hey, what is your solution? Can you tell me how you tackle data loss? Can you tell me how you tackle data loss? They asked me. What this guy told, what this guy especially told, see what he told, okay? Check, okay? He told, imagine you have a series of balls. See what's the solution he gave, okay? Imagine I have series of balls. Imagine I have series of balls. Imagine I have Bala sitting here, okay? Imagine I have Sai also sitting here. to cut the ball. Got the point, all of you? Is it not the same architecture he's saying? Yep. What this guy told, to tackle the data loss, I have found a product. That product will stand between Bala and Sai. You got the point, all of you? Yeah?
Yes, yes.
This is my
Yes.
product. That guy is saying, hey, this is my product. This is my product. I will place my product between ingestion tool and the processing tool, not to lose the data loss, not to experience a data loss. My product will stand between ingestion tool and the processing tool. Now, what will happen? For example, Bala throws the first ball. Imagine, Bala throws the first ball, but Bala throws the ball to that particular product. You got the point, all of you? Yeah?
Yes.
And that reaches here. Sai will go and collect the ball and cut it and send it to outside. Cool. Bala throws a second ball. Okay. And again, that ball will come here. That ball will be consumed by Sai. Sai will cut the ball and send it outside. Bala throws a third ball. Okay. Bala throws this ball that delivers here. When Sai is about to cut the ball, Bala throws the fourth ball. You got the point, all of you? But is it not my fourth ball is safe with that product? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So once Sai becomes free, once Sai cuts the ball and put it here, Sai will go and get this ball from that particular product and he can cut into half. What that guy in 1993 told, my product stays between Bala and Sai. If Bala throws a ball, I will catch it. My product will have it. Once the Sai becomes free, he can come and collect the ball from me. Making you clear, all of you? Yes or no?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
That's how the work made simple. In between ingestion tool, in between the processing tool, folks, this is an ingestion tool. Bala is an ingestion tool here. Who picks the events? Streaming events. Sai is a processing tool. Who applies a logic behind it? But in between, if you place this product, data loss can be at least 99% can be eradicated. To the maximum we can eradicate. Now, those large organizations got a very big hope to eradicate this data loss. They started applauding this guy. Got the point, all of you? Then they asked, hey, what's your name? Hey, what's your name? They asked the name of that particular person. What's your name? It's a great solution. It's really a great solution. It's great. What's your name? Then he stated, my name is IBM. Everyone aware of IBM company? All of you?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes.
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 That guy told, my name is IBM and my product name is MQ. My name is IBM and my product name is what? What is my product name? It is
MQ.
which is nothing but message queue. Got the point, all of you? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Now, folks, telling you right now, all the streaming applications right now, I'm talking about all the streaming applications right now, okay, is powered with MQs today. Powered with MQs. Trust me, all the streaming applications are powered with MQs today. Now, large organizations in the scope today, let's target only AT&T, Tata Group, and Microsoft. All of the large organizations got a hope stating that, hey, streaming is possible. Check here, folks. See what streaming is possible. This is happening in 1995, folks. In 1995, they got a hope. Streaming is possible with IBM's MQ. Got the point, all of you? Clear?
Yes.
Yes. Streaming is possible with IBM MQs. Then all the large organizations started launching their own MQs. Got the point? They got a logic how that works. Even Microsoft launched their own MQ. Microsoft launched their own MQ in 1998, stating that MSMQ. They want to launch a streaming business. What they can do? They want to launch a streaming business. They found their own MQ. The MQ name is MSMQ. Microsoft MQ. all the organizations came up with a common streaming architecture, right? Hey, streaming is possible. Streaming is possible with architecture, right? I need events to be happening. I need ingestion tool. I need an MQ. I need a processor. And I need a real-time application. You got the point, all of you? Yes or no? Right?
Yes.
In case of any kind of a streaming application, all the large organization came up with a unified formula, unified architecture. They clearly stated, if you want to achieve streaming, right? If you want to achieve streaming, if the streaming is happening, imagine these are the stream events. Imagine these are the stream events. That could be a real-time text, live match. That could be a live GPS. That could be live texting, whatever. All of them came with the same architecture. I need ingestion tool first. What is the first tool I require to catch the events? Tell me.
Ingestion tool.
I need an ingestion tool. First, I need an ingestion tool. Secondly, I need a MQ. Yes or no, folks?
Yes.
Remember that?
Yes.
To eradicate the data loss. Thirdly, I need what? Tell me. Processing tool to apply the logic. And I need the real-time application. Yes or no, folks? Agreed my point?
Yes.
Real-time application could be your Hotstar application, your WhatsApp application, your Netflix application, whatever. I need a real-time application to see that event. Imagine this is your mobile. For now, it is your mobile. Your real-time application is mobile. Now, folks, consider this statement. This statement is very important. All the streaming applications today runs on the same architecture. I'll have an ingestion tool. I have message queuing tool. I'll have a processing tool, and I will have a real-time application. Some time ago, you remember we have some time ago, folks, some time ago we experienced real-time streaming. You remember that WhatsApp streaming, all of you? You remember that WhatsApp streaming we just did just now?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
That also run on the same. That also run on the same formula. The formula would be, you remember that? The formula would be I M P R. D is also available. I'll come to the D short. I'll come to the D shortly. Now, I stands for, folks, it's a common streaming formula. It's a common streaming formula. Streaming application formula. All the large organizations launched with the same streaming formula. Ultimately, they ended up with formula something known as IMPRD. You got the point, all of you? What's the streaming formula? IMPRD. If Sai wants to launch a streaming application, if you want to launch a streaming application, you have to definitely follow IMPRD. Am I making you clear? Pakka?
Yes.
Yes. I need an ingestion tool to catch the events. I need the message queue to eradicate data loss. I need processing tool to apply the logic. I need real-time application to show you the events. Understood, all of you? What is the streaming formula? What is streaming formula? IMPRD. IMPRD. Streaming application formula is IMPRD. Your Swiggy is IMPRD. Your WhatsApp is IMPRD. Your Hotstar is IMPRD. Your Netflix is IMPRD. All the streaming applications today runs on formula something known as IMPRD. Ingestion tools, message queuing tools, processing tools, real-time, kind of a real-time use case application and database. Folks, in a very lighter note, now you understood what is data streaming, all of you? Basic understanding of data streaming. Yeah?
Yes.
You remember I told you, hey, we live in streaming world. Yes or no? Yeah?
Yes.
You remember how it got started? How streaming got evolved in the market? Yes? 1920s. But it took a lot of time for the internet to emerge, for the data loss to eradicate. 1920s, George Owen Square. He's the George Owen Square in the left. Okay, 1920s to 1930s. He created one, Mosaic Music, but it was not so popular those days. Okay, but later on the internet launched. Right? What made internet to emerge very late? What made internet to emerge? What is the biggest issue in
Data
data
loss.
streaming?
Data loss.
No, not the data loss.
Data loss.
It's a internet late. Correct, all of you? Internet became late. Even though internet was launched in 1983, what was a major issue you face? Tell me.
Data loss.
Data loss.
Data loss. Folks, you know, sometimes right now also we lost data, right? You know that? All of you?
Yes, sir.
Even today, we face some data loss in streaming. When I talk, suddenly your network is disconnected or some applications are not working, still you face data loss. Not 100% is not yet covered. All right? Data loss is data loss. But who came forward to give a solution? Who came forward to give the solution? Tell me.
IBM.
IBM MQ came forward to give a solution, right? Then we got a streaming formula as what? IM,
MPRD.
PRT.
ingestion tools, message queuing tools, processing tools,
Processing tools.
real-time
Real-time.
application, and database.
Database.
Database. Okay. What is database, Sai? Sai, you told me what is ingestion. You told what is MQ. You told processing tool. You told real-time also. What is database? Shall I tell you what is it? All of you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Imagine you are sent text a image, you will receive it in the phone. Agreed, all of you? Correct?
Yes.
Yes. If you uninstall WhatsApp and reinstall WhatsApp, you will still see that message. Yes or no? Restoration happens.
Yes.
Yes.
Folks,
Yeah.
you should experience it real time, lively. You should also get it back. The data should be saved in some databases also for future. You got the point now? What is the D mean? All of you? Yeah?
Yes. Yes.
You want to experience cricket match in real time, and also you want to see the highlights. Highlights come from database. You got the point? All of you?
Yes, sir.
Simple logic, no? You want to see a real time cab. Which cab you look? Tomorrow also you should see which cab you went yesterday. That comes from database. So all the maximum real-time applications will be saved with the database for the future use. The best example, the WhatsApp message. If a friend texts you, you see that message immediately. That's real time. Correct, all of you? Yeah. If you uninstall WhatsApp and reinstall it, the data comes back because the same real-time data was also stored in what? In what?
Database.
Database.
This, folks, after computing this formula in the early 2000, IMPRD going to break through. You know what? Netflix launched in 2000 itself. You know that? Anyone of you here? Netflix was not today's application. Netflix launched very long back with the same formula IMPRD. Later on, many tools came into market to satisfy IMPRD. Many tools came into market to satisfy IMPRD. Got the point, all of you? Yeah? Streaming
Yes.
components.
Yes.
Here, NiFi is an ingestion tool. RabbitMQ is an MQ tool. Data addition MQ. Flink is a processing tool. Storm is a processing tool. Beam is a processing tool. Kafka is a MQ. Flume is an MQ. IBM MQ is an MQ. Spark streaming is a processing tool. Any P, okay? NiFi is I. Rabbit is M. MongoDB is D. Kinesis is M. Getting the Airflow is I. You understood, all of you? Many tools came into market to satisfy the formula IMPRD. Makes it clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
After 2000, now, because of such tools launched with IMPRD, we currently spoiling our life with streaming applications. You got it? No?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Is it not? Teams is a streaming application. You talk to your teammate immediately, that delivers, and your teammate will talk to you, that gets delivered. All of you? Yeah?
Yes.
Facebook Live,
Yes.
PUBG game, WhatsApp, Apple iTunes, Prime Video, Swiggy, Uber, Cisco Meetings, Wings Music, Netflix, Maps, Spotify. Really, we ruined our life. Can we live without this right now? At least to a certain extent.
No.
No.
Who spoiled this? IBM spoiled it. Anyway, that's streaming application for you. Some time ago, folks, you remember some time ago, you put some input to you. Remember, you put some input, user input. Yeah.
Yes.
It
Yes.
delivered to WhatsApp already. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even in this gap also, IMPRD work. I kept an ingestion tool in between. I imagine, folks, I kept an ingestion tool in between, and I kept an MQ tool in between, and I kept a processing tool in between. I'll tell you what are the ingestion tools I used. For the ingestion tools, I have used NiFi. Which ingestion tool I have used? Tell me, folks.
Nice.
High-five.
Ingestion tool I have used NiFi. Some time ago, you gave an user input. Some time ago, you gave a user input, right? That delivered to WhatsApp. The backend formula is again IMPRD. The backend process is again IMPRD. Okay. The ingestion tool is NiFi. All right. I have used ingestion tool as NiFi. The messaging tool as Kafka. Am I making you clear, all of you? What is the messaging tool I have used? Tell me. One sec, sorry. Yeah, tell me, what is the messaging tool I have used? Kafka. Processing tool, which I have used what? Spark. You got the point, all of you?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
And the real-time application, I have used which application?
WhatsApp.
This is what the formula I have used. The events are occurred. You provided the events. You checked the events. You went to that URL and started providing the real-time data. You typed something and give it. Immediately, NiFi took that events and sent that to MQ. Got the point, all of you? From that MQ, Spark took it, processed it, and sent to application. This is what the logic behind IMPR. Got the point, all of you?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, sir.
I repeat the question. In the previous architecture, in the previous execution, what is ingestion tool I have used? Tell me. What is ingestion tool I have used? NiFi.
Fine.
What is the MQ tool I have used?
Kafka.
What is the processing tool I have used?
Spark.
What's the real-time application I have used to show you?
WhatsApp.
WhatsApp. But these three tools are running behind at the back end. Now, what we are going to do, I am going to show this in hands-on. You got the point, all of you? Yeah?
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, what I'm going to do, I'll show this as a hands-on. How NiFi is configured. How NiFi is picking the data to events. How it reached to Kafka. Kafka is an MQ. Folks, so many MQs came into market after IBM launched the MQ. So many MQs came into market after IBM launched the MQ. Kafka is very, very, very popular. Any of the folks heard about Kafka before? Before joining this session? You might have heard about it, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
If not, that's okay. Few folks should have heard about Kafka, right? You are very near to real time. Yeah. Kafka is very popular today. Kafka is damn popular today. Okay. There is many reasons for Kafka to be more and more popular, but Kafka is extremely popular. So I'm going to show you. Okay. I'm going to show you how the events are getting captured to the ingestion tool. Folks, from the start, I'll go as a hands-on. Okay. How events are getting picked up by ingestion tool, how that is reaching to a message queue, how if Spark is processing it, how that is reaching to WhatsApp. All this, I'll show it in a short hands-on for the next 5 minutes. Got it cleared, all of you?
Yes.
Yes. Is it boring?
No, not at all.
No, sir.
No, sir. Very informative.
Not at all.
Okay. What is the streaming formula? Make it faster. What is the streaming formula? IMPRD. Here, which tool I have used for ingestion tool? Which tool I have used for ingestion tool? NiFi. Which tool I have used for MQ tool?
Kafka.
Which tool I have used for processing tool? Spark. Which tool I have used for real-time application?
WhatsApp.
Get ready, folks. Shall we see that? All set? Yeah?
Yes.
Yes.
First check.
Yes.
To exist. The awkward moment is batch 32 and 34 folks are 32 and 33 folks are reporting me today with issues. That's an awkward moment, folks. 32 and 33 folks facing a lot of issues with you today. Anyway, others are okay. They're new for this session. You're not new to me, right? Anyway, I don't have time to address such folks. Anyway. Right? Now, let me show you. Folks, imagine this is the place where you imported the data. Folks, I'm going to start a streaming hands-on now. I'm going to start a streaming hands-on. Can I have a complete focus? Can you be on focus right now for the next 5 minutes?
Yes.
5 to 10?
Yes.
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 Yes, yes, sir.
Complete streaming hands-on. I'm going to show you the entire architecture, folks. Very important hands-on. Streaming hands-on. I'm going to show you. I need complete focus. I need complete focus, please. Possible? All of you, panelists and attendees.
Yes.
Yes, Sai.
Complete
Yes.
focus. I'll show
Yes,
how
I-
streaming data is traversing between different layers. How that reaching to ingestion tool, how that is reaching to Kafka tool, how that is reaching to processing tool, how that is reaching WhatsApp. Everything I'll show in a kind of a step-by-step procedure. Hardly 5 to 10 minutes it will take as a hands-on. Right now, it's completely empty. It's completely empty. As of now, it's completely empty. Right, all of you? Now, check. Now, check step-by-step procedure. One sec. Okay. Shall we go with the step-by-step procedure, all of you? Yeah.
Yes, Sai.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Now concentrate. Now concentrate. Don't send any messages, please. Folks, don't paste any message, please. Please, please, please. It spoils the execution. Please don't spoil. Other folks are also there. Please kindly consider. Please consider. Don't send any messages, please. Consider. Don't send any messages, please. It spoils others also. Please consider. Please consider. Please consider. Please. Please consider. Yeah. Okay. Now let's start. I'll give time. I'll give time for you also to push the data. I'll also give time to push the data. Okay. First, let's start the ingestion. Okay. Now check. I provide the data in the user data like this. Yes or no, folks? Come on. Yes or no? Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
I connected NiFi. This is your NiFi tool, folks. This is your NiFi tool, which takes the data and push to Kafka. Am I making you clear? Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Which takes the data and push to Kafka. Now what I'll do, check here. Now what I'll do, I'll start NiFi. Imagine this is your Kafka. Can you see Kafka tool, all of you, coming up? Imagine
Yes.
this black box is your Kafka. Imagine this black box is your Kafka. Now this black box is completely empty. Folks, this black box is your Kafka. This is completely empty. Now check, if I put Zyabron 123, NiFi will immediately push it and send that Zyabron 123 here. Can you see that Zyabron 123 going up, all of you?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, Sai.
Zyabron 123. The data will be coming up here.
Yes.
Sai Aditya. The data will be coming up here. Can you see that, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Aditya.
Yes, sir.
You'll see the data will come up. Zyabron. Data will come up. Can you see that, all of you? You don't push the data, please. You don't push the data. I'll give time to you to push the data. I'll give enough time to you push the data. I'll give. Just give me 2 minutes. Now, if I type anything, Sai Aditya, that data will come here. Correct, all of you? Kafka is getting the data.
Yes. Yes.
So this is Kafka data, folks. This black box is nothing but your Kafka. This black box is nothing but your Kafka. This user input is nothing but your events getting triggered. Yes or no, folks? Am I making you clear?
Yes.
Yeah. Meanwhile, NiFi is the one person who takes the data. So that's the reason. If I start pushing any of the data, first that reaches to Kafka. See, Zyabron I'm pushing. First that reaches to Kafka. Yes or no, folks?
Yes, Sai.
First that reaches Kafka. Say Sai Aditya has reached. I push it again. I push it again. Zebron 1, 2, 3. See, Zebron 1, 2, 3 has reached. Folks, you don't push it. You don't push it. You don't push it. Okay. Data is coming up. So that's what first, whatever the data you provided, first that data reached to Kafka. Agreed, all of you? Understood? Yeah.
Yes,
Now
sir.
what happened?
Yes.
The events I pushed from URL, that applied in ingestion tool, NiFi takes that and pushing it to Kafka. That Kafka is nothing but your black box. Got the point, all of you? Got the point, all of you? What is that? It's nothing
Yes,
but
sir.
your black box.
Black box.
Ingestion tool takes the data from that user fetch, pushing it to Kafka. This NiFi is nothing but your ingestion tool. This guy is your ingestion. This guy is your ingestion. This guy is your Kafka. Am I making you clear, all of you?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Now check. I'll show you Spark now. Now I'll show you Spark. Give me 1 minute. Folks, concentrate here. NiFi is ready to push the data that reached Kafka. Whatever the data you push. Okay. Whatever the data you push. Check here. This is your Kafka messages. 1 second. One sec, folks. 1 sec. Right. Now check. I'll start this Kafka. I'm pushing the data. Okay, it's starting pushing already. See, Sai Aditya. If I push that Sai Aditya here, folks, if I put Sai Aditya here, that data comes up to Kafka. Can you see the data is streaming as Kafka to maintain the data loss, not to maintain the data loss? Yes or no, folks?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, if I push any of the data, imagine I'm pushing many data here, much of data, continuous data. You will see that data comes up here. Can you see the data, all of you, coming up?
Mm.
Basically,
Yes,
Yes.
that data will come. Folks, you do not push the data. Please don't spoil the flow. Later on, I'll give time for you to spoil it. Don't spoil the flow. Please try to understand. Other folks are getting interrupted. Kindly consider. Don't let me regret that I gave a data for you. Please, okay? Don't push it. Don't push it. Don't push it. Okay. Now let's connect Spark here. Can you see some data here? Can you see some Spark data here? All of you, some code here. Don't worry about the code. Can you see something here? All of you?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Can you see something here? Now, this is Spark. What Spark will do, whatever you got this in the black box, Spark will consume it for the processing logic. This is Spark for you. Don't worry about the code. Okay. You don't worry about the code. Now, Spark is ready to consume the data from Kafka, process it. Okay. Now check. If I push any data here, for example, thank box. I know, even I know that I'm full. Anyway, okay. If I push any data as Zebra Analytics here, you'll see that Zebra Analytics coming at the bottom. Check here. Yes or no, folks? Getting it cleared?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Data is coming up here. Sai Aditya. If I push as Sai Aditya, that is reaching to Kafka first. First, the data is, yeah, I know. Thank you. Yeah. I know it better than you. I'm a fool. Okay. So, this is, right? This data will come up as empty data. Whatever the data you push to this URL, the data will come up. Right? All of you understood? Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, you leave it there better. Okay. Now, just get going with the processing it. Okay. Now get going. Okay. Now Spark will consume the data. Now check. Spark will consume the data and process it to WhatsApp. I'm directly pushing the data to WhatsApp. Have a check. I'm directly push the data to WhatsApp. Okay. Have a check here, folks. Don't worry about how I'm pushing it. I'll run the code in Spark. Now, one second. Now, first ingestion data reached Kafka. From Kafka, the data is consumed by Spark, and that Spark data will reach to WhatsApp. You got the point, all of you, completely?
Yes.
Yeah.
Got it.
First, that will reach Kafka. Okay. First, that will reach Kafka. Then ultimately, data, if I push any of the data, Zebron Analytics 1, 2, 3, first that will reach Kafka. All right, Zebron Analytics 1, 2, 3. Let's wait. I put up 3 seconds of time. Let's start this. Okay. Let's push data now. Zebron Analytics 1, 2, 3. I push it. One sec. One sec, just give me a minute. Maybe memory issue, just give me a minute. Now check. I'm pushing the data now. Check here, folks. Let me run this. Even if I get some data, that is okay. At least one particular data. One sec. One sec. I understood the issue. One sec. One sec, please. Security reasons, give me 1 minute. All of you look at my screen. Are you looking at my screen? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, I.
Have a check.
Yes, I.
Can you see data is coming up, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Can you see data is streaming, all of you, at the bottom?
Yes.
1024, 1035. Folks, at least you gave me some data. Thanks for that. So can you see data is coming up fastly?
Yes, sir.
If you push the data, data will come up. If you push the data, data will come up. See, first of all, data is streaming. Data, now if I push the data to Kafka, from Kafka, Spark consumes, then Spark pushes to WhatsApp. Can you see that, all of you? Yeah. Can you understand the streaming here?
Yes, sir.
First, it reaches to Kafka.
Yes, sir.
First that reaches to Kafka. Then from Kafka, Spark consumes it. Then Spark pushes to Kafka. Sorry, WhatsApp. This is what IMPR means. You got the point? Yeah?
Yes, I.
NiFi works as an ingestion tool. Kafka works as a MQ2. Spark works as a processing tool. Push to Kafka. That's what the streaming applications are coming. That's what IMPR for you. But definitely we need D. Yes or no, folks? Can I say data reached ingestion? Can I understand the data reached message? Data reached
Yes.
process. The real-time side, I also pushing the data for the backup in the Elasticsearch. This is for backup. Can you see all your data will be coming up here for the future use? Getting a point, all of you? For future use. Can you see this data?
Yes.
Yeah.
That is for future use. Okay. This is what a complete streaming session for you. Now, NiFi is a small guy, ingestion guy, basically. NiFi is a small guy, ingestion guy. He stands here. All right. NiFi is an ingestion guy. He stands here to take the events. This guy is a Kafka guy. Can I say this guy is a Kafka guy? Yes or no, folks? Yeah. Kafka guy. This guy is a WhatsApp real-time guy. Real-time WhatsApp guy. This guy stays in the right. This guy is MQ. This guy is NiFi. And this guy is your processing engine, Spark engine. That is what IMPR default. Clear? IMPR here. NiFi, 4 boxes. NiFi, black box is for Kafka. The third guy is your Spark running. Fourth guy is your WhatsApp. That is your real-time streaming. Enjoyed the streaming session, all of you? All of you enjoyed the streaming session now? One sec. Yeah, now you can answer.
Yes,
Yeah.
I. Yes, I.
Yes,
Yes, I.
Yes, I.
So, last question. What is the formula for streaming? What's the formula for streaming?
IMPR.
IMPR. Ingestion. NiFi data pushes to Kafka. From Kafka, Spark consumes it and pushes to WhatsApp. That's what happened as IMPR here. I'm stopping the process. Thanks a lot, folks. First of all, for the workshop, and secondly, I know many of the folks has joined for the demo. Okay, let me just explain you what is actually our course content refers to. Okay, so that later on I'll give a chance for you to talk. I believe you're the referrals joined through your friends' referrals, right? In the panelist itself, using the links, right? As a first session. 32 folks. Any of your friends joined?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Now let me just take you through this whole course, folks. First of all, firstly, this is Sai. Okay, I'm the big data trainer here. We launched a company known as Zebra Analytics around 4 years ago. It's a complete full stack big data program, folks, which helps for the better understanding of big data. I'm not just a trainer, but I'm also a real developer. I work as a day job. So, but we train in big data from past 4 years. From last 4 years, I've almost trained around 4,000 plus folks, approximately. Yeah. And I'm a real-time developer in one of the product areas. Now, let me just take you through the whole course, first of all, right? And before I talk about the course, folks, this particular course is predominantly meant for also for non-ITs, ITs, data background, whoever. The course curriculum, the course infrastructure, the course information, the target, everything works upon basically towards non-ITs also. Hey, whether I'm eligible. Eligibility criteria I'll check before I take you for the course. If you're perfectly eligible, you're on. Okay. Sai, I do not have a programming background. I do not have IT background. Doesn't matter. Okay. We'll check the eligibility first. Learning is completely taken care. Okay. Now let me just take you through the whole course. Yeah. First of all, this is a full stack big data course. It's quite completely real time. In this big data analytics program, you have total duration of 140 to 150 hours of course, right? Course content would be Hadoop, Spark, and Cloud. We see all the three, all right? We see Hadoop, Spark, and Cloud, right? Maybe all these details will be new for non-ITs. Kindly do not worry about it, okay? Maybe the technical folks may be aware of this. Non-IT folks can be completely new for you. Don't worry about it. Definitely, I can understand. This course has totally 150 hours of course. We have Hadoop, Spark, and Cloud. Totally 3 phases we have. Phase 1, 50 hours. Phase 2, 50 hours. And phase 3, 50 hours. Each phase is 50 hours for you. Total duration is 150 hours. All right. Now let me just take you through phase 1, 50 hours. Basic 50 hours. Phase 1 starts with what is software, what is data, what is big data. Then we get into Hadoop, HDFS, Linux, Hadoop commands. I mean, we're going to once we complete, we're going to see the first tool known as Scoop. You'll see Scoop as an ingestion tool in phase 1. 1 hour theory, 14 hours hands-on. Hive you see for 1 hour theory, 14 hours hands-on. We see AWS Hive Analytics, and Yarn will come in phase 1 or phase 3. Depends on the time. We'll do that. And you have one real-time project falling under phase 1. This is the project we say in phase 1. That is phase 1 gets wrapped up. Then phase 2 gets started. Phase 2 is the most important phase, game changer phase, I could say. Because for many of our folks from past many years, phase 2 was the phase which decided the fate. Decision factor, okay? Because in phase 2, we see Spark. Spark is completely very big tool, very important tool though, okay? So we see phase 2 is completely Spark, we see. Spark RDDs, transformation actions, SQL, data frames, semi-structured data handling in Spark, complex data processing in Spark, Spark integrations, Spark use cases we see. HBase. HBase might fall in phase 2 or phase 3, depends on the time. We see HBase NoSQL, and we see GitHub also. That also depends on phase 2 or phase 3, but we cover up all these topics. Okay. We see 2 projects in phase 2. One is mandatory, other one is optional. Okay. In phase 2, we see both Scala, Spark, and PySpark. We see both Scala, Spark, and PySpark. Then we see the projects. This is mandatory project. This architecture change would be there. API data collection and all. Then incremental data processing are the 2 different projects we are going to see after phase 2. Folks, as I was telling you, after phase 2 completing this whole phase 2 in Spark, after completing the projects, this is an optional project, but this is a mandatory project. After completing this whole projects, we will immediately build your resume after phase 2. I repeat, we have totally 3 phases of training. Each phase is 50 hours. After phase 2 itself, we will build your resume. All right, folks. Then simultaneously phase 3 gets started. Phase 3 has a lot many advancement. We have Kafka MQ, Spark streaming, Cassandra NoSQL DB, structured streaming, NiFi orchestrations, streaming integrations with NiFi, Spark, and this. And we go very deep into AWS. We also see cloud in phase 3, AWS, S3, EMR, EC2, Athena, Kinesis, and RDS. This and all data engineering services we are going to see in phase 3. Even also in phase 3, you have projects lined up with respect to cloud. On whole, we have totally 3 phases. Phase 1, completely big data, beginners. We go with complete components and project. Phase 2, we see advanced one, which has complete Spark, along with 2 projects. Phase 3, completely streaming and cloud fashions with 2 projects. This is on whole. Each phase is 50 hours. After phase 2, we do for the jobs. The target is by end of phase 3, you should have offer in hand. Non-IT folks. First of all, you may not understood anything here. Kindly do not worry. Kindly do not worry. I know the pain because I'm from testing background, no development background, no data background once upon a time, before I enter into big data. I know the pain. Kindly do not worry about it. Okay. Completely will target also non-ITs. It would be understandable for you. Now this is on hold. Okay. Now should be with offer before phase 3. It's not like you'll hit the offer after the course. The target of this course, the design of this course is mid of the course we start the resume building. End of phase 3 it should have offer in hand. That's the target. That's the course target actually. Now to improvise your job searching skills, to make it to ease the jobs, to make it easy to get a job very soon, I've introduced totally 7 add-ons. Those 7 add-ons will really help you to get offers bit faster, right? First important add-on, all the sessions are recorded and you have a lifetime access to it. It is live session. After that, I'll give the recording access to you. Secondly, 400 to 500 hours of use case and task completion. After every session, you have tasks to complete. Okay. Third, if you got stuck in any of the tasks, okay, sessions are only on the weekends. Monday to Friday, daily you have down sessions posted every day in the weekdays, evening by 8:30 IST. Okay. Fourth important add-on, as I told you, resume building after phase. We'll be building the resume and we'll be going with the reviews. Fifth important add-on, I'll be giving you the interview preparation kit along with questions and answers. All right. Sixth important add-on, I'll be providing you the project passages, performance tuning, production issues, how you face it, what are the things the interviews do expect. As an interview panelist, I'm a currently interview panelist. I'm also third-party interview panelist for many organizations. There are a set of questions that keeps repeating, that keeps coming up in every interviews. I'll be giving you that. Okay. The last important add-on, I'll be giving you the real interview audios also. I'll be giving you the real interview audios also. Right? Now, we have set of thumb rules here. All right. We have set of thumb rules. We are very strict. I'm not sure whether your reference told this particular statement. Training would be very strict. Before I say thumb rules, I'd like to add one point here. There are no holidays. The sessions only happens on weekends. There is no Saturday holiday. There is no Sunday holiday. Whatever happens, I make myself available. I will not cancel any session. There is no decrease or increase of the timings also. Thumb rules must be followed. Before I say thumb rules to you, I'm talking about my perfection. If I maintain 200% perfection, you can reach up to 100%. That's the reason I'll make myself perfect. Then I'll apply the thumb rules. We have totally 3 thumb rules you must follow during the course. First important thumb rule, you should not skip any sessions. Each session needs a lot of consistency, a lot of understanding, folks. You should not skip any session, first of all. Secondly, session should be joined on time. First 5 minutes, we set for agenda, give a recap of every session. First 5 minutes are the golden minutes. So kindly consider, we will not accept if you join late. I'll question by that time itself. That's the second thumb rule. Bridge gets hosted 10 minutes early. Please consider. Third important thumb rule, assignments should be completed. After every session, you have assignments to complete. You'll get the solution document. You'll get the execution video. We also avail you the doubts clarification session every day. Ensure assignments must be completed. Even after doing all, folks, there is a separate team to do a follow-ups here. There is a separate team who can do a follow-ups here. Kindly consider, we will not accept any assignment information. My team will be behind you to make you to complete it. Follow-ups are quite higher every day. Every day you have follow-ups. Now, who are eligible for this course? So I am from non-data background, non-IT background, testing background, production background, Java background, .NET background. I'll tell you who are eligible. First of all, non-data background. You are from non-big data background, but you are ETL, Informatica developers, Web Issue developers. Yes, you are eligible. Non-data background, like support roles, testers, Java, etc. Yeah, you're also eligible. Non-IT background also. In case of non-IT background, you can ask me how a non-IT person is eligible. Don't worry, any kind of a background check verification, we can use your own experience itself. But if you're a mechanical background, you have a civil background, you have a medical coding background, BPO background, BCom background, any kind of a background you have, don't worry. All the companies will just check whether you work in that organization or role-based background verification, they will not do. So don't worry about it. Completely you're eligible for that. There are people who already got eligible. Everyone got offers also here. Okay. So folks will talk. Types of courses we offer. Okay. Firstly, big data full stack. If you are a beginner of big data, if you're a completely beginner of big data, that means you have some knowledge, but you may be beginner of big data. You need all the 3 phases. Big data you required, Spark you required, cloud and streaming you required. No, Sai, I have already been working on big data. If I have been already working on big data, 1 plus or 2 years you have been working, then you can opt for just phase 2, phase 3. Folks, one disclaimer, without understanding phase 1, you will not understand phase 2. You can opt second option only if you're already working on big data. Simple. If you're not working on big data, if you're not a part of big data, I mean, you know some knowledge is not enough. If you already have a hands-on work experience, go for the second option. Or else, no, Sai, I have some knowledge, but I'm not confident enough. Go for full stack. Now I'll tell you the fee structure. Okay, how the fee structure works. The fee structure works, all right. Before that, a new batch for full stack starts by August 27th in 4 weeks. Meanwhile, I have to complete batch 32 folks. Batch 32 folks is getting ended up with, they already got offers and all, they'll talk right now. Meanwhile, the new batch is getting started by August 27th in 4 weeks. The timings would be Saturday, Sunday morning, 8:30 to 11:30. That's a new batch. Fee structure would be, we have 2 types of fee structure. General enrollments. General enrollment would be 17,000. All right. You can pay the general enrollments in two installments. Sorry, one small change. This would be Sep. This would be August, September and October. One small change, please, not to confuse you. All right. Now, August 27th is a batch start date. Timings would be Saturday, Sunday, 8:30 to 11:30. Total fee, we call it as a normal enrollment or general enrollment, which will cost 17,000. You can pay it in 2 installments. First 8.5 after 12 hours of session, you pay by September. Next 8.5 you pay after 35 hours of session between October. We have a concept of discount enrollments also. We have 2 types of discount enrollments, referral discounts and workshop discounts. Referral discounts enrollments are already over. Before, just around 2 days ago, referral discount enrollments are already over. But we are going to open workshop discount enrollments, which would cost only 14,000. Folks, referral discount enrollments will cost only 14,000, but those are very limited. Okay, those are very limited. If you wish to take one discount enrollment, you have to pay right now 2,000 to lock. Okay, right now you have to pay 2,000 to lock. 6,000 you can pay after 12 hours of session by September. 6,000 you can pay after 35 hours of session, October. Right? These are discount enrollments. That works under first come, first out, folks. Who comes first, they lock it. Who comes first, they lock it. Now, currently, we have approximately 15 discount enrollments are available for workshop. We open for workshop. Right? The same status you can see in my website also. In website, I have updated. Workshop discount enrollments are available. All right. If you required one discount, 15 are available right now. Okay. If you wish to take one discount enrollment, folks, almost we have around 1,200 folks joined today. We cannot allocate discount enrollments free. Not everyone is a student here, I know that. But since the crowd is huge, 1,000 plus, we can allocate only 15,000. I mean, not everyone is a student, not everyone is joined, but still, if you required one discount enrollment, you have to pay 2,000 right now for the locking, right? Only 15 are available. That works under first come, first out, right? Since I have a huge crowd today, you can utilize it if you lock. If you want to go only for phase 2 and phase 3, it will be 12,000. Normal enrollment would be 12,000. 2 installments you can pay, 6K after 5 hours, 6K after 25 hours. So if you want to take discount enrollments, 10K, folks, this is only for phase 2 and phase 3 folks. This is only for Spark folks. Full stack folks, I already explained. 3 installments you can pay. 2K right now, if you want to enroll for phase 2 and phase 3 alone. 4K after 5 hours. 4K after 25 hours. 5 discount enrollments are open for this. And the new batch, oh, sorry, it's not July. One sec. The new batch for this is getting started by August 6th. August 6th, new batch is getting started for this batch. All right. So this is on hold, folks. Force fee structure. If you require, if you wish to lock, one discount, folks. Spark batch is getting started by August 6th. That is only for the folks who are already working on big data. This full stack is getting started by August 27th, who are completely new to big data. All right. If you wish to lock, you can lock it with 2000. Okay. You can lock it with 2000. So this is all together it, folks. Now, this is all together. Get a real-time training from a real-time developer, folks. There is always a difference between folks who train people, who from only the training perspective or the real-time perspective. So if you really wish to lock, I'm sending the details in chat. You can go ahead with the locking. So if you wish to lock, I'm opening one details. You can send the details. You can lock it with it. One sec. If you lock one discount enrollment, folks, you can lock it with these details if you want. US folks, if you have, you can opt for Zelly. I'm sending the details here, folks. Check here. If you wish to lock right now, you can say GPay or PhonePe. You can use GPay or PhonePe to these details. All right. If you are US folks, you can use Zelly to send this. If you want bank statements, you can send to it. If you want to do through Paytm or UPI or some scanner, you can use this scanner. If once you do the payment, please share that screenshot in the WhatsApp workshop group, whichever you added. If you are not added, don't worry, send that screenshot to this number, that Kishta number. Okay, you can send the screenshot to this number. Don't worry, but share the screenshots of 2K to your WhatsApp groups. All right, we'll do a collection because since we have around 1,000 plus crowd, we just have 15 discount enrollments available. If you wish to log, please send 2K to this number. You can send it. I'm sending the payment details in the Zoom chat also. Sending that to enroll. I'm sending the same details in your Zoom chat also. And I'm sending the payment gateways also. All right. If you wish to lock, you can go ahead with locking. I sent in the Zoom chat. Yeah, Gomati, you can. Yeah. That's it all about, folks. Please, if you want to lock, please log this. Before that, meanwhile, can I have any batch 32 folks or 33 folks? If you provide any of the feedbacks, even I'm a listener right now. If you can provide any feedbacks, that would be helpful. Any batch 30 folks or 33 folks, you want to give any feedbacks right now?
Can I speak?
Yeah, please, Altamash. Yeah, folks, before Altamash talks, Altamash is a non-IT with 3 years of 4 years of gap, right? Altamash?
Yes.
Altamash already received an offer. Okay. Now let's hear the words from him. Even I'm being a listener right now. Go ahead, Altamash.
So this is Altamash Ansari. I'm a flag bearer for non-ITs. To all the people, I can say that Sai will do each and everything for you. He will do all the necessary things which you require. But if you don't put the efforts, there's no chance to stay in this industry. After your resume building session, if you put your resume in the Naukri.com, whatever job site you will get calls. But if you don't put the efforts, you will not crack the interview. I just want to say that. So your efforts are must.
Thank you. How was the training? Like any of the points about the training, how it helped?
Training is damn good. Every time he's perfectly on time, perfectly 5 minutes before you have to join. If you miss one word or one sentence, you will not get anything after that. You have to be attentive 120% because he is putting his 200%. So at least you have to put your 100%.
Okay. Thanks, Altamash. Thanks a lot for your input. Folks, Altamash already received an offer. His training is yet to complete, but Altamash has already received offer. Okay. Yeah.
Hi, Sai. This is Keshav.
Yeah, please, Keshav. Folks, Keshav is also from non-IT. He already received an offer. He has a long gap, but he already received offer.
Yeah, actually 3 offers, Sai.
Go ahead, Keshav. Yeah.
And so just trust this process, and whatever Sai is doing, right, it's you won't get anywhere. And just trust your trainer and do. And if you want to, Sai will show you the path. If you want to crawl, walk, run. It totally depends on you. How you put your efforts, then the results will be automatically in front of you.
Thanks, Keshav. Thanks a lot. Yeah.
Hi, Sai.
Yeah.
Yeah, please, Shivatsa. Go ahead, Shivatsa.
Yes, Sai. So frankly speaking, like this is the first time, Sai, like I have like heard every lecture of one trainer, because that's how the training was. It was very good. That's what I was able to tell, Sai.
Thanks,
That was
Shivatsa.
very good.
Hi, Sai. Can I go
Yeah.
ahead?
Hi, sir.
Yeah, please go ahead, Shivatsa. Yeah, fake. Anyone go ahead.
Yes. So I'm from batch 33. And to be honest, when I started this journey, I was not sure, like, because this Zeobron or something is not that you guys usually hear. You hear things about Udemy or Coursera and all. But like, trust me, after you actually go through the entire process and the efforts that you see, you yourself feel like putting in more efforts. So a lot of credit should be given to the entire team of Zeobron. And it's like the language in which he explains everything, right? It's very understandable for each and every person. And he makes sure that whatever doubts you have, so all of them are resolved at the very moment. So we have like small sessions, we have small questionnaire sessions in between, looking forward to like answer all of the questions that you have. And it could be very repetitive also, but yeah, I mean, he makes sure that everything is answered. So the language being used or the tools that we use, everything. And plus we have the weekday sessions also, doubt sessions. So they also help a lot. So just make sure that looking at his efforts and looking at your own things, like where you want to go